What's good, family? Welcome back to the channel. So yesterday night, I went on Twitter just to see what kind of worldly news I need to be aware of if it comes to like cryptocurrency or anything crazy when it comes to the celebrities. And long and behold, I seen Jay-Z's name #2 trending. I'm like, wonder what he's trending for. But at the same time, I knew why he was trending at the end of the day. So I clicked on it and I seen Jay-Z being taken down, Jay-Z just as bad as Diddy, all these allegations. And the next thing I came across, which I didn't read yet, we're going to read this entire thing together. But this is an official post by Roc Nation responding to the allegations that a lawyer is quote-unquote blackmailing him. Now, this is the thing. We already understand that Diddy has been taken down for what he's done. And the first thing that Diddy said when all these allegations came out, he said that it's not true, boom, boom, boom. But we're not even on Diddy. We just understand the fact that Diddy's the first one to be taken down. Now it's about to be Jay-Z because now he's getting that mainstream humiliation. And he's going to do his best, use all his resources, use all his money to try to keep himself alive, to try to keep his ego from breaking. So first thing we're going to do is read what he has to say. This is an official post by Roc Nation posted yesterday at 4:34 p.m. It says, my lawyer received a blackmail attempt, called a demand letter from a lawyer named Tony Busby. We watched one of his videos before. What he had calculated was the nature of these allegations and the public scrutiny would make me want to settle, meaning like, give money just so it doesn't have to go to trial. No, sir. It had the opposite effect. It made me want to expose you for the fraud you are in a very public fashion. So no, I will not give you one red penny. These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree? These alleged victims would deserve real justice if that were the case. This lawyer, whom I have done a bit of research on, seems to have a pattern of these types of theatrics. I have no idea how you have come to be such a deplorable human, Mr. Busby, but I promise you I have seen your kind many times over. I'm more than prepared to deal with your type. You claim to be a Marine. Marines are known for their valor. You have neither honor nor dignity. My only heartbreak is for my family. My wife and I will have to sit our children down, one of whom is at the age where her friends will surely see the press and ask questions about the nature of these claims and explain the cruelty and greed of people. I mourn yet another loss of innocence. Children should not have to endure such at their young age. It is unfair to have to try to understand inexplicable degrees of malice meant to destroy families and human spirit. My heart and support goes out to true victims in the world who have to watch their life story is dressed in costume and profitability by the ambulance chaser in a cheap suit. You have made a terrible error in judgment thinking all these celebrities are the same. I am not from your world. I am a young man who made it out the project of Brooklyn. We don't play these types of games. We have very strict codes and honor. We protect children. You seem to exploit people for personal gain. Only your network of conspiracy theorists, fake physics, will believe idiotic claims you have levied against me, if not for the seriousness surrounding harm to kids, would be laughable. I look forward to showing you just how different I am. Now, a note like this seems very, very similar to Jay-Z's best buds note when all these allegations came out when it came to Diddy. What did Diddy have to say when he got all these allegations coming out against him? And the crazy thing is, this happens to be a year apart. Diddy released this claim December 6, 2023. Jay-Z is now releasing this claim December 8th, 2024. And this is what Diddy had to say. Enough is enough. For the last couple of weeks, I have sat silently and watched people try to assassinate my character, destroy my reputation and my legacy. Sickening allegations have been made against me by individuals looking for a quick payday. Let me be absolutely clear. I do not do any of the awful things being alleged. I will fight for my name, my family, and for the truth. I'm not gonna lie, both of these sounds just the same. But like Jay-Z's one just seems more professional. There are much more bigger words in it, but that doesn't change the fact that they're mentioning that this dude is trying to get a payday and that now he has to be embarrassed because of his family and the friends and a boom, 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 and that he has not done any of the allegations. It's like the same exact story being written over and over and over again. We're going to see how this one ends up playing out. I'm pretty sure Jay-Z believes and feels as if he's invincible. But if these claims happen to be true, which I would not be surprised if they are, just because Diddy and Jay-Z were best buds for most of their career, so birds of a feather flock together and they're engaging in the same exact things, then it is what it is. And then we also have Jaguar Wright coming out on the mainstream media talking about how Jay-Z's even worse than Diddy. So look at the claims that have been made against him is the fact that alleged claims is that he had raped a 13-year-old minor. Let's get into this news article right here to get more details about that.
Rap and media mogul Jay-Z now accused of raping a 13-year-old girl in 2000 along with Sean Diddy Combs. Now, this lawsuit was originally filed back in October in the Southern District of New York, listing Diddy as the defendant. But it was just refiled today to include Jay-Z now, whose real name is Sean Carter. Of course, he's the husband of Beyonce. The anonymous accuser alleging the assault occurred after she was driven to an after party following the MTV Video Music Awards. The suit says she was offered a drink that made her feel, quote, woozy, lightheaded, and felt like she needed to lie down. Shortly after, the suit claims Jay-Z and Diddy entered the room.
Why is a girl this age even being brought to an after party? Why is she even being given drinks? But let's continue.
Room where she was resting, eventually sexually assaulting her. And now, just in the last hour, we are hearing from Jay-Z and his team of lawyers. They are denying the claim and say that they are the victims of blackmail, saying, quote, I will not give you one red penny, and my only heartbreak is for my family. Joining us now to break this all down as it's happening, News Nation Law and Justice contributor, former FBI Special Agent Jennifer Coffendorfer. Jennifer, thanks for staying with us on this.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
And so we just received a response from the victim's lawyer, really just in the last few minutes. Take a look. This is on social media. A lawyer, Tony Busby, saying Jay-Z has, quote, tried to bully and harass me and this plaintiff, but his conduct has had the opposite impact. He goes on to say that the allegations speak for themselves and he will let the facts come out in court, not in the media. What do you make of this real-time back and forth that we're seeing between these two parties tonight?
Well, it is interesting, and I think it's because Jay-Z came out so strongly and said, listen, I'm going to go after you. And then he filed a suit quickly on the heels of the other suit against Busby and the accusers. So because of that, you're seeing this taunting sort of back and forth in the media.
Do you believe that we may see Jay-Z face a judge? And if so, when would we see him in court? Any indication there yet?
Well, we're definitely going to see him, I believe, on this suit. There are so many details. You know, they describe a house, a driveway, another woman being there. They discuss about a driver taking her. So she's locked into this story now, and that means there could be additional witnesses to corroborate her story or refute the story.
Yeah, I know you've mentioned the specificity of the details really stand out to you in this filing. Do you find it strange that the filing originally did not include Jay-Z, just Diddy, and now Jay-Z is suddenly added today? I mean, does that make Jay-Z...
This is so crazy that, like, we have come to the day and age where we have Jay-Z and Diddy getting knocked off the top for the craziest allegations in the world, bro. Like, the craziest things, bro. Like, 10 years ago, no one would have ever thought such things, ever. And this is why the internet is a beautiful thing. I'm going to be honest. It's a beautiful thing. The fact that we're able to even connect and they're able to get this information around.
Addition in any way less credible, or is this not, in fact, so unusual?
It's not unusual when they're still digging up information and facts to prove the allegations that they're trying to make. In addition, remember, this 13-year-old says there's a female there. That has not been disclosed either. That will be very interesting because she could be culpable in this as well.
Yeah, that is interesting. Do you expect we are going to be seeing other celebrity names added and refiled in other lawsuits involving Diddy?
I do. I think this really has a web that wraps around many different people, and I think we're going to see a lot more people named.
Tell me more about the details of any potential blackmail. We do see Jay-Z and his team really coming out swinging, making that allegation. Wouldn't that be a fairly easy allegation to prove? I mean, if in fact Busby reached out trying to blackmail him, wouldn't they have the receipts for that?
Well, what happened was Busby reached out and offered a mediation session, said that his client was amenable to that. I think that is what Jay-Z is sort of extrapolating as being some sort of, extortion or bribery situation. And really, that shouldn't be seen in that light.
Jennifer Coffendorfer, I know we'll be tracking this. Appreciate your time tonight.
Jennifer Coffendorfer. Never heard that last name before, but look it. Jay-Z's not, if Jay-Z was to settle, then that'll be like him saying, all right, I did do it, but I'm going to just settle it. So he's going to take this all the way. I wonder who's going to be next. Maybe Beyonce? That would be crazy. I wonder how all the queen bees would feel once Beyonce gets under the fire. That one right there would be wild. I feel like I even have a couple Beyonce fans watching this video right now that they're like, hell no, oh no. But if Jay-Z does end up getting convicted and going to jail for such a thing, what does that make you think about Beyonce with them being married? Last thing we're going to look right here. We're going to be looking at The Truth Is. He always gives a lot of details on specific topics like this. It's titled, All the Alarming Details in the Jay-Z Case. It's really gotten real for Jay-Z. Not going to lie. Let's get straight into this.
Ever since the downfall of Diddy started this year, people have been wondering who's next. Which one of Diddy's close friends was involved in all the shady behavior? It wasn't long after Diddy's arrest that people started pointing fingers at Jay-Z, as he and Diddy seemed to be very close friends. People started to say Jay-Z was going to be next, and now that's exactly what happened, as Jay-Z is now being sued for R-wording a 13-year-old with Diddy. Hey guys, I hope all is well. Welcome back to The Truth Is, where I drop new videos every other day. It's been awfully quiet. Let's get right into it. Since Diddy got arrested, one person who has been awfully quiet was no other than Jay-Z, the man who partied with Diddy for over 20 years. Now, as of yesterday, we know exactly why Jay-Z has been so quiet, because he might be guilty too. According to this new lawsuit that was just released Sunday, Jay-Z is just as guilty as Diddy. So much so that he allegedly participated in R-wording a 13-year-old alongside Diddy. Now, I can't say I was surprised by these allegations made against Jay-Z. Not at all. I have been calling out Jay-Z for over 3 years now. The first video I made about Jay-Z was literally 3 years ago. Last year, I made a video calling out all his strange behavior. I called out the fact that he's been with Beyonce since she was very young. According to Jay-Z, he got with Beyonce when she was of age. But what he admitted in an old interview might suggest that Jay-Z actually met Beyonce when she was only 16 or 17. Even though Beyonce claims she met Jay back in 1999 when she was 18 or 19. In this interview, Jay-Z tells us otherwise, as in 2007 he did an interview with Charlie Rose where he told Charlie he met her 10 years prior to that day. 10 years before 2007 would have been 1997, which would have made Beyonce only 16 when they met. If we look at Jay when he's asked this question, he starts to act a bit suspicious. When he's asked how long ago he met Beyonce, he doesn't even give a straight answer, only that he met her when she began recording music, then stating it was 10 years prior.
It's because Beyonce has a deal and they know I know her. So, but you know,
how long have you known her?
Wow, a long time.
How long? 10 years?
However long she's been recording. That's when I met her.
Don't you remember how long it was?
Yeah, when I met her. I mean,
Was it 5 years? Was it?
I met her 10 years ago. I met her 10 years ago.
But did you say to yourself at that time, wow?
I said, yeah, that's a fantastic talent.
Was that what you said?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, just the fact he's trying to dodge the question, how long have you known her, is just, that is weird.
So for yourself, you can see Jay-Z didn't want to answer that question. This pretty much tells us that Jay-Z could have possibly had something going on with Beyonce since she was underage. It's the same thing with Foxy Brown, who was also just a young teen when she crossed paths with Jay-Z. Many people have actually said Jay-Z was in a relationship with Foxy Brown since she was underage. One of those people being Nick Cannon, who during an interview with Dame Dash presses him on the situation.
was Foxy Brown's sign?
I wasn't paying attention to Foxy Brown.
But that's...
I didn't sign Foxy Brown.
I'm
You putting me
just
in
asking a
you
question.
Keep asking, I'm on the block. I'm responsible for everything.
You the boss.
That. Yo, don't beat around the bush. Say what you want
I'm
to say.
just
What do you mean by that question?
I'm just asking.
What are you insinuating?
I'm not insinuating. I just asked
Brown.
a question. I thought Foxy was like 16. That's all I'm saying.
It sounds like you.
All I'm saying is
like
in this industry, and we live in these glass houses.
It seems like you got a question for Jay. Ask him. Y'all keep asking me questions. I want to ask him because he ain't here. Ask him. I ain't got to do with that, and I don't even know nothing about that. You playing?
You my man.
I know not with me. When you say that Foxy was 16 when she got signed, why did you say that just now?
When I first was introduced to who Foxy was, I thought there was something between Foxy and Jay.
As you heard for yourself, Nick Cannon claims that Jay-Z was known to be in a relationship with Foxy Brown allegedly. It's also the same with Rihanna. I actually spoke about this with the industry publicist Jonathan Hay, and he alleged that Jay-Z and Rihanna most likely had something going on. I want to actually ask you a question about Jay-Z. You said in that interview with Jaguar Wright and Real Life Productions, you stated that you were actually the one responsible for spreading the rumor that Jay-Z and Rihanna had hooked up. Now, my question to you is, do you believe that at all? Did you believe that rumor before you said it, before you claimed it? Do you believe that there's any truth? Not saying that you're accusing Jay-Z, let's make this clear. We're not trying to get anybody in trouble here. But do you believe that there's a possibility that that could have been true?
So as far as the rumor, I came out and said that I started the rumor a long time ago because I was told that I would be rewarded significantly.
Okay.
You know, for coming out and saying that I started the rumor, and it stuck. I was to be the one that was to fall on the sword, so to speak.
Now, you didn't answer the question. You don't have to if you don't want to. At any moment, did you personally feel that they could have had something going on? Jay-Z and Rihanna?
Definitely.
You can say okay, allegedly, definitely.
Not allegedly.
Okay, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
See, I agree with you 100%. That's what I believe as well. And the people that reached out to you, they essentially made you cover this up. They, like you said, made you throw yourself on the sword and take responsibility for something that you weren't even the one 100% behind the rumor. They just told you to say it. Correct?
Correct.
All of this suggests that Jay-Z is clearly into them young. As Kendrick Lamar would call it, Jay-Z seems to be a certified PDF file. Add this with his close relationship to Diddy, who has also been accused of going after them young. These allegations don't seem far-fetched at all. Think about it. There was no way that Jay-Z didn't know what was going on at these parties he was attending with Diddy. If he saw what Diddy was up to and never stopped going to Diddy's parties, in my opinion, that explains everything you need to know. Jay-Z is most likely just like Diddy, and this is what this lawsuit suggests. Now, I wanted to get into the full details of this lawsuit in order to get the full story. I have pulled up the lawsuit. Now let's read it together. On or around September 7, 2000, plaintiff, then 13-year-old, had a friend drive and drop her off near Radio City Music Hall in New York City so she could try to attend the Video Music Awards. Attending the VMAs was on the plaintiff's bucket list, and she believed she can gain entry. Entertainers began arriving. Plaintiff was very excited. Plaintiff arrived at the venue and saw large crowds gathering. As the events began, much of the crowd moved inside, but plaintiff, without a ticket, remained outside with others and watched the VMAs on a jumbotron. Determined to get into the VMAs or an after party, she approached several limousine drivers parked nearby and attempted to talk her way into either. One of the limousine drivers she spoke to claimed to work for defendant Combs. The driver told her that Combs liked younger girls and said she fit what Diddy was looking for, and while not allowing her into the awards, the driver invited her to an after party. The driver stated that he had to drive Combs and others to this after party first, but instructed plaintiff to return to this location after the event and that he would pick her up and take her to the after party. Later that evening, plaintiff excited...
Damn, I wonder how much jail time that driver would get. Because that driver would 100% not be that hard to figure out. And it seems as if he was like one of the main middlemen to set this whole thing up.
He returned to the same location and waited for what seemed to her a long time. The driver eventually returned and drove her to what he described as the after party. After approximately 20 minutes, plaintiff arrived at what she believed to be a large white residence with a gated U-shaped driveway. Once inside, two men asked plaintiff to sign a document which plaintiff did not read, but which she now believes to have been a non-disclosure agreement. She was told that she could not discuss what happened at the party. She gave the men her name and signed the form but did not receive a copy. Inside the building, plaintiff recognized many celebrities as she entered what appeared to be a large living room or a foyer containing a large crowd. Plaintiff attempted to mingle in the crowd and talk to several of the celebrities that she recognized whom she had wanted to see at the VMAs. Wait staff circulated through the room carrying trays of drinks and loud music played throughout the venue. Plaintiffs observed widespread substance use. After attempting to talk to numerous celebrities, plaintiff accepted a drink from one of the waitresses circulating the crowd. The drink was a reddish yellow mixture that tasted like orange juice, cranberry juice, and something bitter. After drinking just a portion of that drink, plaintiff began to feel woozy and lightheaded, making her need to lie down. Looking for a place to rest, plaintiff walked down what appeared to be a hallway containing several rooms off of it. She entered what appeared to be an empty bedroom so she can lie down for a moment. She did not lock the door. This room contained only a large bed with no furniture of any kind. Soon after Combs entered the room, along with defendant Carter and a female celebrity, plaintiff immediately recognized all three celebrities. Combs aggressively approached plaintiff with a crazed look in his eyes, grabbed her, and said, "You are ready to party." Combs then threw plaintiff towards a wall, causing plaintiff to fall. Plaintiff got up and stumbled, at which point Combs grabbed her again and threw her on the bed. At this point, Carter began removing plaintiff's clothes, and she grew more and more disoriented. Plaintiff was held down by Carter as he R-worded her while Combs and Celebrity B watched. After Carter finished, he stepped back towards the wall. Combs then stepped forward and R-worded plaintiff while Carter and Celebrity B watched. Combs then knocked plaintiff down and attempted to force plaintiff to go down on him. She fought back, standing up quickly and punching at the same time, hitting Combs in the neck. Taken back, Combs stopped his attempt. When Combs backed away in surprise, plaintiff grabbed her clothes and shoes and ran out of the bedroom, holding her dress in front of her like a towel. She ran around the residence until she found the front door and was able to leave the party. Although there were other guests still at the party, no one appeared to take notice of plaintiff's distress or attempted to help her. Once outside, plaintiff put her clothes back on and left the scene in the dark. Plaintiff attempted to retrace the route taken by the limo driver. She kept running until she reached the gas station she noticed on the way to the party. A female clerk noticed her distress and allowed her.
I really want to see how this entire allegation and lawsuit plays out, because this story right here sounds absolutely insane. Just the fact that she ran out of the bedroom and everyone else in the party wasn't concerned or didn't find any reason to be like, oh, what's going on, is concerning. I really want to see how this whole thing plays out.
To use the phone. Plaintiff called her father, admitted that she had lied about her whereabouts, and asked him to pick her up. Plaintiff's father arrived to pick her up shortly before dawn. After the assault, plaintiff fell into a deep depression which continues to affect every facet of her life. Plaintiff suffers from post-traumatic stress disorder and a seizure disorder caused by stress and trauma. Plaintiff has had difficulty maintaining a normal relationships and lives largely withdrawn from society. As you can see, these are some dark allegations. This 13-year-old at the time alleged that Diddy and Jay-Z and an unnamed female celebrity R-worded her. While the female celebrity didn't participate in the R-wording, she stood and watched it, which makes her just as guilty in my opinion. I wonder who this female celebrity is. In my opinion, it has to either be someone close to Jay or Diddy. The people I can think of at the moment were Beyonce or J-Lo. But who knows? Hopefully, eventually her identity is revealed too. Now, I know this lawsuit might seem far-fetched as the story sounds unbelievable, but you have to think about the year they were in. In the 2000s, young kids were behaving more mature than they do now. Just think about it. Drew Barrymore was literally 9 years old, partying in a club, drinking with older guys, all throughout her young life. This was normal back then for young people to be around adults, especially when you consider that Diddy allegedly liked them young. There's possibly so many situations just like this that happen all over the country. To me, these allegations are very believable, and I think they might be true. Now, since the lawsuit dropped, Jay-Z responded on social media denying all of the allegations. Jay-Z posted this statement: "My lawyer received a blackmail attempt."
We already read that. Yeah, we already read that.
only makes him seem more guilty. He sounded just like Diddy when Diddy was first caught and denied all the...
That's facts. Family, comment down below, honestly, what y'all think. Do y'all think that lawsuit is valid? Do you think it's invalid? You think someone made it up? Or do you think Jay-Z is going to get this same exact treatment that Diddy is getting, that Diddy was getting in the beginning of the year, and now it's just Jay-Z's turn? That's what it's looking like, because whoever's getting the most mainstream media, you know, under the fire, is most likely who's going to be taken down next. And it's really looking like it's about to be Jay-Z. Jay-Z's going to have to pay a lot of people and do a whole lot of things to try to sneak out of this one. And if anything, I think Diddy will definitely snitch on Jay-Z to possibly get some less time or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? At this point, no one's friends in the industry at this point. It's a dog-eat-dog world in there, and they all trying to save their egos. So comment down below, smash the like button, subscribe, turn on post notifications. I'm going to catch you guys in the next